When we think of history, we imagine great battles, fearless generals, and powerful empires. But often, it wasn't swords or armies that decided the fate of nations. It was betrayal. Secret deals, broken promises, and treachery from the very people who were most trusted. In this video, we'll explore 4 of the most shocking betrayals in history. Julius Caesar, murdered by his closest allies. Constantinople, betrayed not by enemies but by fellow Christians. Joan of Arc, handed over to her foes by her own side. And modern spies whose double lives reshaped the balance of power. These stories reveal a darker truth. Betrayal is a quiet enemy, but one that can bring down entire empires. Rome, 44 BC. Julius Caesar has risen higher than any Roman before him. He conquered Gaul, won civil wars, and declared himself dictator for life. To his followers, he is a savior. To his enemies, a tyrant. On March 15th, the Ides of March, Caesar enters the theater of Pompeii. Hidden among more than 60 senators are concealed daggers. Suddenly, they strike. Caesar is stabbed again and again until he falls, bleeding on the marble floor. When he sees Brutus, his trusted friend among the attackers, he is said to have whispered, "Et tu, Brute?" a phrase that has echoed through history as the ultimate symbol of betrayal. The conspirators thought they had saved the Republic. Instead, they plunged Rome into chaos. Civil wars followed, and Caesar's adopted son Octavian, later Augustus, would establish the Roman Empire. The betrayal of Caesar didn't restore freedom, it destroyed it. For 1,000 years, Constantinople had stood as the heart of the Byzantine Empire, wealthy, majestic, protected by towering walls. Yet in 1204, it fell. Not to Muslim armies, but to Christian crusaders. The Fourth Crusade was meant to reclaim the Holy Land, but politics and greed diverted the knights. A Byzantine prince promised them riches and support if they helped him seize the throne. When he failed to deliver, the Crusaders turned against the very city they had sworn to protect. On April 13, 1204, Constantinople was stormed. Churches desecrated, treasures stolen, ancient manuscripts burned. Holy relics were looted and carried off to the west. The betrayal shattered Byzantium. Though the city would endure for centuries more, it was fatally weakened. The greatest city of Christendom fell, not to outsiders, but to betrayal from within its own faith. France, the 15th century. The country is on its knees, much of it occupied by the English. Then comes Joan of Arc, a teenage peasant girl who claims to be guided by divine voices. Against all odds, she inspires the French army and leads them to victory after victory. But glory makes enemies. In 1430, Joan is captured in battle. Her allies could have ransomed her, saved her, but instead they turn away. For money and politics, she is handed over to the English. In Rouen, she faces a trial as a heretic and a witch. She refuses to renounce her visions. On May 30th, 1431, she is burned at the stake. Her courage made her a martyr, but her death was the result of betrayal by the very nation she saved. Centuries later, she would be canonized as a saint. But in her own time, Joan of Arc's fate was sealed by betrayal. Betrayal did not die with the Middle Ages. In the 20th century, during the Cold War, spies like Kim Philby and Aldrich Ames lived double lives, feeding secrets to the enemy. Their treachery cost hundreds of lives and shifted the balance of power between East and West. Even today, betrayal is alive. Whistleblowers expose hidden truths. To some, they are heroes, to others, traitors. The line between betrayal and bravery has never been thinner. One thing is clear: treachery still shapes our world. From Caesar's assassination to the fall of Constantinople to Joan of Arc's death, betrayal has written history as much as any battle. It destroys trust, topples leaders, and sometimes reshapes entire civilizations. Betrayal may be a crime, but it is also a force that sparks revolutions and new eras. So tell me, which betrayal do you think changed the world the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more stories of the hidden truths behind history.